What a performance. He is a UFC Hall of Famer, a former WWE champion. He is known as the world's most dangerous man. It is Ken Shamrock. Welcome, my friend.
Thank you for having me.
You are back in wrestling, Impact Wrestling, who's in town right now filming over at Sam's Town. What drew you back into the squared circle?
Man, competition, you know. I mean, when you leave the ring for a while, I took a year off, started feeling it again, got in the gym, started hitting it, I started feeling great again. Went down to BCW in Australia, had a match down there, and I said, you know what? I think I'm going to come back after that heavyweight belt. And so here I am, Impact Wrestling at Sam's Town. Look out.
We have, because there's a guy by the name of, he goes by, he's the Moose. He's what, 6'6", this guy? We have a clip of this guy. Watch this. This guy's calling you out. Take a look at this here.
Ken, you call yourself the world's most dangerous man. But truth be told, you're not even the most dangerous man in your family. And Ken, I know you're a fan.
Now, the Moose, he's a bad man. He's a big guy. Are you and the Moose going to lock up?
Well, I tell you what, if he stands in front of me, man, I'm going to smack him down. It's all he does is talk, man. So when he stands there, man, he better be ready because I'm going to punch him in his mouth.
If Ken Shamrock says he's going to punch you in the mouth, you back down. Now, you were the first ever Impact Wrestling champion, or I guess NWA champion, and I think let's go back to that night when he won that championship.
Yeah, that was uncomfortable, though.
Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, the special guest referee that evening when here you are winning the title. I mean, you've done so much with your career. You're the first ever UFC Hall of Famer. First ever. Talking about UFC, what do you think of the UFC product today?
Well, I think that it seems like the sport gets to a point to where almost like it gets stale. And I think it's kind of that right now where it needs to do something different. It's just everybody's doing the same thing. Fights are going to the end. So, yeah, I think that, you know, maybe they should, like the NFL and other things, they always change the rules a little bit to keep it exciting for people to watch.
Mm-hmm. Going back to the 90s, we have to just talk about WWE for a second because you're part of the Attitude Era and you wrestled the greats like Stone Cold Steve Austin, The Rock, Shawn Michaels. Looking back at that time in your life, was one of those guys the standout opponents that you like to wrestle?
Yeah, there's no question. Me and The Rock really had some chemistry there. I think we both built our careers together, and we were able to skyrocket to the top of the WWF at the time. So, yeah, that was one of my favorites and best times. So
you're back in Impact Wrestling. You also have something, we have to touch on this for a second. Bare knuckle fighting, is that what this is?
Yeah, it's bare knuckle fighting. It's mano-a-mano, God-given talent. No equipment to make you better. Two guys enter, you fight, the best guy wins.
So it's no gloves, just bare hands. Can we somehow look at these are man's knuckles right here, okay? And then you have these little tiny hands like this. Could you imagine this like that? These knuckles striking you in the face? Oh my gosh, it would break a man's jaw.
Well, you know, you'd be surprised if you don't hit the right target, you could break your hand. That's the good thing about bare knuckle. You have to be more accurate than you do if you don't have gloves on. We
have less than 30 seconds. Would you mind just touching on all the things that are like inside of you now? Is it titanium knee?
Mm-hmm. I have titanium knee, a brackets 1 through 7 in my neck, lower back 1 through 3 in my lower back, titanium shoulder, knee replacement.
You're a machine, and look at you. You look absolutely amazing, and you're back in wrestling, Impact Wrestling, Sam's Town. There was a taping last night. There was a taping tonight. Ken Shamrock, thank you so much for joining us. We really appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
You can see Ken tonight, 6 o'clock, Impact Wrestling. It's back here in Las Vegas, Sam's Town. For tickets, go to samstownlv.com. Lindsay.